Is your body running on empty? Water is the main fuel source for your body, but are you getting enough? Tap water and bottled water are considered dead water by many of today's health experts. That's why you need X2O. X2O solves the problems of acidity, poor hydration, and nutrient deficiencies in the body. Discover the all-natural benefits of X2O and how it can transform your water into a powerful health and performance beverage. Get your risk-free trial of this amazing product today. Visit our website at Zuma.com, spelled XOOMA.com.
This is Be a Beast on Nelson Radio. You chose to be here. This is not by accident that you're here now and in this program. You want to take your performance to the highest level. You want to dominate. You physically work hard. Now that's important. Mentally, we're going to prepare you to have the kind of success that's available to you. Not just for some, but for you to live it fully. You can do it too. Enjoy this journey. This program is your secret weapon. Be a Beast on Nelson Radio.
And this is Be a Beast on Nelson Radio, heard right here on KLAA, AM 830 with myself, Nelson, business leader and professional coach, and Dave Austin, one of the premier mental performance coaches in the country. And this is such a great dynamic. I give you a compliment. You thought I was going to give you some wordy intro, but I think that so many people are beginning to understand that they can train up their skills physically, and then they don't have that mental foundation to actually execute. Well, and that's what our training is.
Well, exactly. It's like having all the tools, but not knowing really how to use them properly, so they rust. You know, there's so many good things out there, but when you've got to first take care of, most people don't think of mentally preparing to perform.
And this is our call to action. As you listen to our program, don't rust. Call us direct, 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Click through at nelsonradio.com, or easiest of all, text the word BEAST to 313131, and we'll get you engaged in our performance mental coaching as an athlete, from the locker room to an executive in the boardroom and everyone in between. This training empowers you to pursue your goals.
I love what we're doing right now leading up to the California Women's Conference. Yeah. Last week we had JJ Version, and she's the owl. I love
the
that.
owl.
Yeah, this is what I love about our Be a Beast mind triggers. It snaps you into, a frame of mind performance. And
Why the owl? And that's why, that mind trigger is so important. The who, what, where, and how. And that's exactly JJ Virgin's testimony, knowing who she is, what she's capable of, where she's going, and how she's getting there. It's the exact formula to reach your aspirations, to reach goals, not just set them and then watch them get dusty.
Oh, yeah. And this is great because we're kicking off. This is our series for the California Women's Conference. We've had Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, Maston Kipp, JJ Version. Today, a good dear friend of mine. I love just being around her. Lisa Nichols. What can I say? We're going to say more about her, but I'm so excited that she's going to be at the California Women's Conference because she brings an energy. 18,000 people are going to be feeling that love, feeling that energy.
And motivating the masses with her platform. And we have other keynote speakers that are going to be joining us at the conference as well. Exploding music artist Mary Lambert, Ariana Huffington from the Huffington Post, Dr. Daniel Amen will be in with our show coming up shortly. So there is just this world-class lineup leading up to the conference. And our California Women's Conference, May 19th and 20th, Long Beach Arena, Long Beach Convention Center, 18,000 people. And with today's technology, this is one of the most phenomenal things. With the live streaming that's going worldwide, the intention is to reach 1 billion, with a B, 1 billion people during the conference, May 19th and 20th.
It's exciting. How does change happen? You step forward and you take 1 foot at a time, one step at a time. That's what Lisa Nichols is all about. She's, what her story is, and I'm not going to tell you a lot about it, but if you've seen her on Oprah or, The Secret, Larry King. But I really want to get into the core of the change she's causing in her own backyard in L.A. It's phenomenal. Her whole life mission and passion, you feel it and you see it. And young people throughout this community, lives are being changed because of Lisa.
And I love that. And it's living in action. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing that leaps up off the pages in terms of her specific effort, where she's not just talking, not just those glittering generalities that people go, oh, yeah, good for you. She's living in action and bringing up people to perform at a higher level, just like our Be a Beast training. And what we want you to do, contact us. You can reach Dave Austin and myself, 888-888-2136. Get engaged with our Be a Beast training. You can also text the word BEAST to 313131. We want you as a part of this program. Stay with us. We've got Lisa Nichols coming up.
Angels Radio.
AM 830.
Is your body running on empty? Water is the main fuel source for your body, but are you getting enough? Tap water and bottled water are considered dead water by many of today's health experts. That's why you need X2O. X2O solves the problems of acidity, poor hydration, and nutrient deficiencies in the body. Discover the all-natural benefits of X2O and how it can transform your water into a powerful health and performance beverage. Get your risk-free trial of this amazing product today. Visit our website at Zuma.com, spelled XOOMA.com.
Offer extended. Offer not accepted. This is Nelson with Nelson Radio, and you're challenged by today's rush to real estate, all combined with a concern that by the time you find your dream home, higher rates will price you out of the market. I've got the answer. With my Mortgage Market exclusive lock and shop rate guarantee, you can freeze today's low interest rates, shop for your new home, all with a peace of mind that your rate is waiting for you at the finish line. Call or click 888-888-2136 or click through on strongcreditrewards.com. Do you ever want a secret weapon? Be a Beast training video is your weapon. From the locker room to the boardroom, success is not by accident. Performance is not by chance. You want to get your mind right? Perform at the highest level? Dominate your marketplace? Be a Beast training video is the answer. Mentally, we're going to prepare you to have the kind of success that's available for you to live it fully. You can do it too. The Be a Beast training video is your secret weapon. 888-888-2136. Let me say that again. 888-888-2136 or text BEAST to 313131.
Angels Radio.
AM 830.
This is Be a Beast on Nelson Radio, our super series leading into the California Women's Conference this May 19th and 20th in Long Beach. I'm Nelson. I'm with mental performance coach Dave Austin. Our Be a Beast training is available for you to act on, not next week, not tomorrow, but today. 888-888-2136. It's an easy number, Dave. 888-888-2136. Or if you need to find an easier way to get a hold of us, simply text the word BEAST to 313131 and we'll get you engaged.
Hey, I real quickly before we bring Lisa on, you know that song that just lit up? That's Sarah Blaine, and she's going to be performing also. We got such an incredible lineup of musicians also at the California Women's Conference. I just had to throw that in there real quickly.
A rising superstar and an existing superstar.
Yeah.
A current superstar, Lisa Nichols. Welcome to the program. So excited to have you with us.
Oh, I'm so excited to be with you, gentlemen. Excited to join you now and in May.
I just can't get enough of Lisa Nichols, I'll tell you that.
Well, thank you so much. And can I just tell you, I want to be a beast. Like, man, I love that whole concept.
We're going to get you into beast mode, sister. Hang in there.
Right. I got to tell you, the first time my nephew said, Auntie, man, you're a beast, I had this perplexed look on my face like, is that like really, really cool or really, really ugly?
Well,
he was like... Yeah, he was like, Auntie, it's beyond cool. It's beyond cool, beyond cool.
Well, he's got it then. That's exactly how we look at it. And what you're doing in South Central L.A., I mean, so incredible how you've changed and continue to change people's lives, even as you become, as good Nelson said, a superstar. You're still down on the front lines.
Absolutely. Well, I think that humanity has no geographical boundaries. Humanity has no cultural, religious, or financial boundaries. Humanity isn't just for those who can access it because they have the financial resources. Humanity is everyone breathing, living, walking, talking on this planet, and that's who I plan to serve.
and that's with motivating the masses. I mean, it fits so well. And so much of your coaching is to the business community. And I wanted to focus on that just with a couple of quick questions that I want to throw your way. But you see very common mistakes, the consistent ways that people fumble and bumble and stumble in their business lives and their entrepreneurial lives. I'm going to step through a couple of those. And one of those is picking out a niche that's too small. Do you see that?
Absolutely. Well, a lot of that comes with wondering if you can handle something bigger. You know, oftentimes you have your purpose, and your purpose is big, but the part that you can digest initially looks very small. For me, for example, you talk about South Central LA. When I first started speaking, I thought, God, I want to motivate LA. And then I was called to motivate California. Then I was called to motivate the United States. Then I found myself in Kazakhstan, in Kiev, in Taipei, and in South Africa. Nowhere near could I have seen that back in 1994. It probably would have scared the bejeebies out of me. So I do think that oftentimes our niche, too small, is also attached to us not seeing ourselves as big as the universe sees us, as big as our God and our own faith sees us to be able to operate. So, yeah, I think people go for a really small slice when there's so much more. But, however, I say this, you can serve millions and get rich in your niche, and you can serve one niche at a time. Because even though I have motivating the masses, I started with teens, then I went to women, then I went to entrepreneurs, then I went to parallelpreneurs, people who have corporate jobs, but they also want to build their own business. So I did serve the masses, but I served them one niche at a time.
Ken, in this process, when people are launching their businesses, they're pursuing their goals, do they set their budgets too small?
Oh, all the time, all the time. Whatever your budget is right now, triple it. Whatever your timeline is, you thought you'd get there in, double it. Double it. Absolutely. Most of it is under planning, so there isn't a plan that gives a financial forecast. One of the reasons why businesses fail is they don't do a financial forecast for how much it will cost month to month, and they forget that they don't do a revenue forecast. How much will you generate month to month, and holding themselves accountable to a number that they have to bring in month to month. If you bring in $20,000 a month, you might think that that's major. Well, it is if your goal was $10,000, but if your goal was $48,000, you still got some work to do, sister. Do not go to bed yet.
You're listening to Lisa Nichols on Beast Mode with Nelson Radio with Dave Austin. Call us direct 888-888-2136 or text the word BEAST to 313131. You know, Dave, we see this a lot as well in terms of people think that things can happen overnight, and there is a natural timeline that sometimes it takes longer.
Well, absolutely, and I've known Lisa for a long time, so I know a lot of her story, how she came through, and she's a living example of that. You know, I talked about South Central LA, and I'm so glad she said, yeah, that's exactly where I am. But I'm also around the whole world doing it, too, and I love that. And, you know, I work with so many Major League baseball players and football players, and everybody looks at the money they make and how it must be easy for them. They don't know the journey it takes. I mean, there is quite an amazing journey and process that you go through, and there's a lot of adversity along the way. Everyone thinks, oh, I love what you said, that, you got to plan, expect your, budget to triple and expect it to take longer. So many people give in.
Because they set those false expectations.
Right. Well, the thing is when you look at success, everyone who's successful, if you really go along their journey, they've had all kinds of adversities that they turned into opportunities. And I think that's what you're doing, Lisa.
Absolutely.
You're showing people,
Absolutely.
This might look like adversity, but let me show you the opportunity here for you.
Absolutely. Every business decision may not bring you money, but it'll always bring you experience. Always. You'll always I always say you get a great outcome or you'll get a great lesson. Either way, it's great. And, people looked at me after The Secret and like, oh, my God, you rose up out of nowhere. I said, oh, no, if I was a success overnight, sweetheart, that was the longest night of my life. Be clear. And it's almost like, and I don't know the exact timeline, so I don't want to misquote, but it's almost like the cactus. They say that it sits, when you plant the seed, it's underground for months and months and months. And all of a sudden, it'll grow 3 feet in just a short time. There's all that healing and all that undersoil. You got to plant your seeds. I was in the car with John Atheraf once and Jack Canfield on our way to John Gray's house, and I was whining, and this was the secret. I've been out a year, and I'm whining and crying, John, why is it so hard, and why does it take so long, and when is it going to get easier? And I'm just crying. I'm a big baby in the van, and John looks at me. John Ashraf looks at me, and in the calmest voice ever, he shifted my thinking immediately when he said this. He says, Lisa, you cannot plant your seed and reap your harvest in the same season. Fast forward 5 years, we're sitting in Toronto. We just finished a keynote, John Ashraf, Bob Proctor, T. Harv Eker, Jack Canfield, and myself. And we had just spoken to about 9,800 people in 2 days. And we're talking and laughing, and he looks over and he goes, Lisa. And I said, yes. He goes, how are you enjoying the harvest, sister?
And I love those wise words in terms of there is a season and a natural progression. You have to plant. You have to toil the soil. You have to work before you get to the harvest. And Lisa, I can't wait to hear your story unfold in front of 18,000 and in front of 1 billion with a live streaming. You ready for that, sister? 1 billion people at the California Women's Conference coming up.
I am, and guess what? That's the day after my birthday, and I celebrate all month. I'm going to be super excited. I got to say this to the audience. Drink some water, get some ice cold water, because my conversation does get a little spicy. It's a conversation I assume you can handle, so get ready.
Be a beast at 888-888-2136 or text the word beast to 313131. Coming up with Roger Anthony's Beast Mode. Coming up. Stay with us.
Angels Radio.
AM 830.
Protect your family's future with an AmeriState Living Trust. It doesn't take as much time or cost as you may think. If you own a home or have children, you need a living trust. With an AmeriState Living Trust, you can protect your family and have peace of mind. The experts at AmeriState Legal Plan have helped more than 35,000 families safeguard their future. Their services are half the cost of pricey law firms. Don't delay any longer. Call today, 888-888-2136, and get an additional $250 off. AmeriState Legal Plan. Looking forward, planning wisely.
Are you experiencing an energy crisis, stress, low energy, anxiety, lack of focus, or lack of sleep? If so, you need Focus Up. The great tasting powder mix transforms your water into a healthy energy drink. The ingredients in Focus Up help you feel energized for hours while improving focus, alertness, memory, and mood. No artificial sweeteners, flavors, colors, or preservatives. Get your risk-free trial of this amazing product today. Visit our website at Zuma.com, spelled XOOMA.com.
Do you ever want a secret weapon? Be a Beast training video is your weapon. From the locker room to the boardroom, success is not by accident. Performance is not by chance. You want to get your mind right? Perform at the highest level? Dominate your marketplace? Be a Beast training video is the answer. Mentally, we're going to prepare you to have the kind of success that's available for you to live it fully. You can do it too. The Be a Beast training video is your secret weapon. 888-888-2136. Let me say that again. 888-888-2136 or text BEAST to 313131.
Angels Radio, AM 830.
And this is Be a Beast on Nelson Radio, right here on KLAA AM 830. It's an exciting time as we broadcast from Angels Stadium with the launch of the Angels season and them getting on track with their season, and then more exciting as well, the Anaheim Ducks.
Well, yeah, and the Angels are coming right up today, early game today, going against Detroit, and then the Ducks are in playoffs. I mean, this is an exciting time. It's fun to be in this studio with all this excitement.
And we're in beast mode, and this is something that I love. My favorite part of the show, I have to admit, is when we bring Roger Anthony out of the bush with his 12-step process and the learning anchor system. And as you've shared with our listeners each and every week, the dynamic component of this learning anchor system is the 92% retention rate. These mind triggers that snap you into performance so that when you're in the moment, as I fumbled and bumbled through that ending of that last segment, you can snap back into performance with just these beast mind triggers. And obviously perform in beast mode.
Well, that's what's so wonderful, Lisa. Lisa already said, I'm a beast. I'm a beast, and she is. And so Roger has named you LazPro, the Falcon, Lisa, and I'll tell you why. You are such a person of mission and focus. We in the beast mode training, the videos that we have a Falcon going over 200 miles per hour, and it hits its target every time. They throw this thing out of a plane. This thing is nosediving. We've captured it on film, and it captures it every time. Now that is laser focus. That's what LazPro stands for. So,
well, and it's that laser focus to keep on the task at hand. I mean, here's the sequence of things. And as you can imagine, as this bird is hurling towards the earth to capture its prey, and it's been recorded at miles per hour in excess of 150, 175, up to 200 miles an hour. And it's a phenomenal scene, but there is that specific laser focus. There isn't distractions. There are not distractions that come in as you're hurling to the ground. You don't want distractions, right? I've jumped out of a plane. I know what that feels like. You need to keep your focus on the goal, and that creates the achievement. It brings you to the finish line.
Well, again, I'm going to go back to you, Lisa. When you come out, like what you just said, be ready. Bring some water bottles to the California Women's Conference, because you're going to bring it. I don't think when you say that, that's like a weak statement. It's like, hey, get ready, because I'm laser focused. I'm LazPro. I'm going to bring it. So get tissues, get water, get ready.
Right.
You were sharing your story with us, and I want to ask you about this, because any journey, this may be a surprise, but there's left and right turns that come along any journey. And I wanted to ask you specifically, in your journey, do you have to remind yourself to lighten up?
I have to remind myself that I'm on a divine assignment. I have to remind myself that I've been giving everything I need to achieve and accomplish this mission. I have to remind myself that I don't have to do it all today, that my body is my tool, and I have to give my body what it needs so that it can fulfill the mission and the assignment on my life. I also have to remind myself that I have to serve Lisa first so I can serve others from my overflow. That my life belongs first to me, to be responsible for my well-being, to give Lisa, that no is a complete sentence. That if I want to keep the value of my yes high, I need to respect the value of my no as well. So I have to constantly stay into the reflection of who I need to be on this journey to remain laser focused on mission and to hit my target every time, and to live non-negotiable, that this mission is not an option, this assignment is not optional, it's non-negotiable.
It just got colder in the studio. I got chills going on. You are LazPro. Roger never misses. He never misses when he says Roger is good. You know that.
Really good. I do know that.
Well, in the underscore what we talked about in the last segment, and Lisa, what you're saying again here, you have that divine focus, that laser focus, and you're okay with getting there fast by going slow. This is something that Roger would share with us about LazPro, is that you can get there fast by going slow. It doesn't have to be an overnight wonder.
No, and listen, let me be very clear and not give any illusions that I haven't fallen down, that I haven't gotten discouraged, that I haven't felt some days like, man, do I have to get up and try and do it again? I want to be very clear that I'm a woman. I'm a mom, I'm a single mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a granddaughter, that every day I take my ordinary body and I choose to make extraordinary decisions. And sometimes I have to climb over the mountains outside of my life, and sometimes I have to climb over the mountains in my own head to get to my goals. So every day I choose again. I don't expect yesterday's choice to carry me through today.
In LazPro, the Falcon, that's exactly the purpose of this mind trigger that snaps you into focus when there are distractions that disrupt you. As we close the show here, I want to just get a quick snapshot. I mean, obviously you've had left and right turns in your testimony. Give us one where your foundation was beginning to crumble, and how that focus brought you right back into your divine mission.
Oh, just one, right. I ran out of money. This very early in my career, my son was 8 months old, and I went to the ATM to get out $20 to buy him Pampers, and I didn't even have $20. And for 2 days, I had to wrap my son in a towel. And that was the moment I realized that being broke and broken was done. I was done with it. I was bankrupt in the conversation. And what I did was I went and I found someone 10 steps ahead of me that scared the bejeebies out of me. And I did everything they said. To become a great coach, I had to become a phenomenal student. That's what I did.
I love that. Lisa Nichols, thanks for being with us. We do shift our focus at the end of each and every show, and that is to our sponsor orphanage down in Moshi, Tanzania, right in the epicenter of the AIDS pandemic. Orange County's own Rita Langland had a heart for the pandemic, acted on it. Just like Lisa's done in her testimony, where she went from broke and broken to rich in her niche, now impacting the world. And this is what Rita's doing with these 50 children that she's raising up in Moshi, Tanzania. And what is such a distinctive about Treasures of Africa is that they bring up difference makers. They're raising a whole community of difference makers, and we're calling you out to get in beast mode, sponsor one of these children. They just had the Kilimanjaro Marathon down in Moshi just a few weeks ago, and 3 of the children from the orphanage ran a portion of the marathon. They ran 3 miles, and they successfully finished. But the vision coming out of it is, we can't wait to run next year with running shoes.
Oh, my gosh.
And so here's where we can step in and make a difference. Treasures of Africa. You can find out more. Click through at nelsonradio.com. You'll see the pictures of these precious children that you can be a difference maker in their lives. And just as Lisa Nichols is making a difference around the world now, I mean, she's got to have that who would have thunk. Lisa, thanks for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I cannot wait to see you in May.
Oh, we can't either, and we're going to give you a little picture with LazPro on it. And all those coming, they can find out what animal they are, and we're going to spread it all out there. We're going to create beast mode for the conference.
LazPro, the Falcon. This is Be a Beast on Angels Radio, AM 830 with Dave Austin, mental performance coach, and myself, Nelson. We are going to get you in beast mode. Get started today. 888-888-2136. 888-888-2136, or simply text the word BEAST to 313131. Next week, Dr. Daniel Amen, one of the keynote speakers, is coming up at the California Women's Conference, and he'll be in beast mode. Stay with us.
Here's a quick energy quiz. Do you have trouble focusing, concentrating, or just plain remembering things? Is stress stealing your energy throughout the day? If this sounds like you, then what you need is an energy makeover with Focus Up. The natural ingredients in Focus Up help you feel energized for hours while improving focus, alertness, memory, and mood. Focus Up helps sharpen your mind and turns your energy up when you need it. Get your risk-free trial of this amazing product today. Visit our website at Zuma.com. That's XOOMA.com.